Hello everyone, welcome to our Timeless Oracle reading. Our Oracle card for today belongs to the Shamanic Healing Oracle Cards. And the card for today is entitled Emotional Release. When you look at this card, you see a lot of droplets from the sky going down to the earth and a small plant starting to grow because of the droplets. It's the same with our emotions. When we recognize our emotions, something good grows from it. The droplets can also symbolize tears. Most of the time, when we are growing up, the thing that we learn from some people is to hold our emotions, especially for the male gender. Usually they say, oh, you are not a man if you are a crybaby. So oftentimes when a boy cries, they will say, don't cry, be a man. They say like that. And so immediately there's a pressure. And so what happens, the thing that we learn with regards to our emotion is to hold them in. But the problem is when you keep holding your emotions, there comes a point when you cannot hold it anymore, and suddenly you explode, and your relationships are broken, people are hurt, and in the end, you're also hurt because you cannot take back anymore the words that you have said. And later on, there are regrets that come along the way. So the mature way, or the process towards maturity, is to learn to recognize our emotions and to voice out our feelings. When we feel like crying, we cry. Actually, it's more mature when a person is able to cry and not be ashamed about it. To recognize their feeling. If you are happy, then express your happiness. If you're angry, then try to express your anger in a more positive, more constructive way, a more conciliatory way. Usually the anger comes and it breaks relationships when you hold your emotions in. But if, for example, you were hurt and you immediately express that, I was hurt by what you have done, then you are able to oftentimes prevent strain in relationships because immediately you recognize you were hurt. If, for example, at this moment you are angry, you can tell the person or people, I am angry right now. I am not ready for dialogue. Give me some space. When I feel better, I will interact with you. So what happens is you recognize your emotions and then you own your emotions, and at the same time, you are able to release it before it explodes or before it accumulates, and sooner or later it becomes a source of strain or a source of pain also for others. It makes me visualize that of a pressure cooker. A pressure cooker, if you open it up after you have cooked it, it's going to explode and all the contents will go out and everything will be put into waste. But if you are slowly able to release first the pressure, there's usually in the pressure cooker a small valve that allows you to release the pressure. And when the pressure is already released, that's when you open it up and you are able to save the food and everybody's going to enjoy the food. It's the same also with our relationship. When we recognize our emotions and we constantly express our emotions, we avoid those moments of explosion wherein everything is put into waste. So it's very important to have, as part of our emotional relationships or as part of our growth, to learn to have moments of emotional release, to recognize our emotions and to express our emotions in order to avoid moments wherein you couldn't hold on in your emotions and you explode. So in a certain sense also, oftentimes you might be able to control it now, but when you, for example, some people, they are very good with regards to daily activities or daily interaction, and they push all their tensions within. Now, the moment they take alcohol or certain medications that makes them lose their control of their emotions and themselves, oftentimes that's when scandal comes. That's when the person explodes and say things that would hurt other people. It's because they, instead of expressing themselves, they keep it inside And when they couldn't control it anymore, or the situation happens where they couldn't control their emotions, that's when they explode. And in the end, it causes strains in relationships. So it's important. Emotional release is important, especially when we start to mature. Now let's try to read from the handbook that accompanies this card so that we can gain more insights regarding emotional release. We all want to be strong. As humans, we value strength and independence. But also, as humans, we need the support of our family, our friends, our tribe. Trying so hard to be strong, pushing down emotions such as fear, anger, betrayal, sadness, only forces them to grow and become stronger. The bubbling up and release that eventually comes takes everyone involved by surprise and sometimes does harm in terms of hurt feelings and words that cannot be taken back. Get into the practice of voicing your feelings, even if it is just acknowledging them to yourself. Journal, create, dance. Find a way that you can safely feel your most feared emotions. Feel them and let them go. This is a potentially deep healing for you. So learn to find ways and means to release your emotions, to avoid explosions of emotions, especially negative ones, and provide, and that could unexpectedly lead to hurt feelings and strained relationships. Well, that's it for now. I hope you were able to gain some insights and some positive things from our oracle reading. Thank you for the likes and comments you've given to the channel. Thank you for subscribing. I hope to see you again soon. Until that time, may God continue to bless your ways.